Hey, what's up, people? So while I'm going to discuss the squirreling gone wrong with and I know the divestors are going to be mad, as it is what it is. Here's the thing that I don't think. Well, I'm not surprised if the swirlers are going to be silenced. That the pro divest and these melanated women. Y'all like to talk about how men are just evil, but y'all worship that Chad Wheeler. You worship that Dusty Chad, that Brad, but that's a whole different. That's gonna be a whole different discussion for a different time and day. No, I don't think anybody ever spoke on this, so I'm going to discuss this real quick. Tamla Horsford died at a slumber party in 2018. Her family wants answers. Georgia police said mother of five was killed in an accidental fall, but her loved ones don't buy it. Now cops are taking a second look. Well, I guess that's the power of social media. When you rally, you gotta stay consistent doing it though. Wish I did that for men like me, but I digress. By all accounts, there is no reason anyone would want to kill Tamla Horsford. I demand the death. A striking, beautiful mother of five, Horsford was the type of person who volunteered in all her children's classrooms, but snuck miniature bottles of wine into the silence of their football games, friends and family in Forts. I don't know how to pronounce this county. Force, 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 or Force County, Georgia. I don't know how do you pronounce it. That type of county. Described the 40-year-old shit 40-year-old as an open, giving the life of the party. Huh? As one friend told police, you couldn't not like this girl. The night she died, an overnight party for one of her friends, she spent hours preparing a breakfast casserole for her family so they would have something to eat while she was gone. She had the biggest heart on this planet. Linda Horsford, her husband of 16 years later, told police, okay. So she was married. She was a wife to a husband that y'all claim don't exist. And I mean, but I bet you, them black feminazis, swore on heifers will have something to say about how he was toxic. And, y'all going to find a way to blame melanated men, but y'all don't want to blame. But then y'all sometimes will blame white supremacy when it's convenient to push a narrative and if you can't do that, then you ain't gonna take no accountability for your own personal failures. But I digress. This is why it was so shocking when Horsford's body was discovered face down in the birthday girl's backyard in early November 2018. To this day, despite 300 hours of investigation and dozens of interviews, no one seems certain how she ended up there, still clad in her paw print pajamas. The sheriff's office closed the investigation more than a year ago, ruined Horsford's Horsford death an accident. But the resurgence of Black Lives Matter movement has brought renewed interest to the case, not as an example of police brutality, but a divided injustice system, one for pale cave Americans, one for black humans. Okay. What happens? Activists want to know when a black woman is found dead at a party with all cave hoes in a nearly all cave infested terrorist town. Yes, I went there. And I'll speak on something. I'll give my let me finish this. Fourth is Georgia's richest and fastest growing county with a median income of nearly 40,000 or more than the state average. It is also the state's most conservative. A 2010 ranking from Tucker Carlson rules fourth, the second most conservative friendly county in the nation, a title seemed to stick in 2016 when Donald Trump took roughly 70% of the county vote compared to 50% of Georgia's as a whole. In parentheses, the same year, Forsyth County GOP changed its logo so that the F sported Trump-style toupee. The diversity is just 4% of the population is black compared to 32% of the state. In photos from the night in question, Horsford is a symbol of that homogeneity. I don't know how to say that word. I'm sorry, sorry, people. The only black woman in a sea of cave blondes, cave devil hoe ass blondes, cave devil hoe blondies. The occasion was a birthday party for Janine Myers, whose son played football with Horsford, and most of the women there were also moms connected through the web of classroom kids' sports teams. Some of the women Horsford knew well. Well, I don't think she did, but I digress. Others she met only once or not all, but planned for a night seemed enough. Everyone arrived at 7 o'clock, watched the LSU Alabama football game, had gumbo and cocktails, spent the night so they wouldn't have to drive home. We thought it was safe, Maya's friend Stacy Smith told police. There's that cave code. Okay. According to the police, interviews with attendees obtained by the Daily Beast officers arrived at the party around 8:30. From the minute she entered the door, she lit up the room, hopping around 1 foot, took her shoes off, almost immediately jumping into her PJs. At the night, she popped directly into the lap. Maya's friend, Bridget Fuller, she tried to do work on the couch. Photos show Ford passing her bottles to Maya's boyfriend, Jose Barrera. So it wouldn't spill a look of restrained bemusement on her face. Barrera was originally supposed to clear out for girls' night, but told police she stayed back with a friend, but she didn't feel well. The mood at the party was lit despite LSU's disappointing loss and video show guests laughing, drinking, dancing, losing focus. That's dangerous. That's dangerous right there. Though a game of cards against humanity throughout the party circulate between the party guess what? Between the black deck at one point falling to like outdoor fire pit. Multiple attendants are called Hall for smoking marijuana on the deck. You know they're gonna try to deem. I don't know what the cost in tea and America, the cost of tea in China, what have you. See when they start making statements like that of marijuana, they're trying to demonize her. I wonder if this was the other way around, and let's just say this was this pale cave hoe with a bunch of black women, at the sleepover party, and let's just say somebody would reference that she was doing meth and all those other opioids. Would I bet you they would that all hell would break loose. I'm pretty sure it would on the deck. Only Though only one admitted when one police abuse taking her single hit of taking a single hit of her joint. That was a racist jab right there. This, despite Detective Mike Christian's instance that he was not at the dope police. Party goers also recalled officers smoking cigarettes on deck, though they didn't recall anyone joining her. Okay. Here's the thing: this article is pretty lengthy. It'll be in the description box, but let me just bring this because this is. Hold on. Okay, so basically, it's pretty lengthy. So they're talking. This is going to be pretty lengthy. So let me just say this: they're talking about that's her and her husband, right? So let me go on take you. I want to show you the photo, and this is, she was basically. This is not a good look, and I'm pretty sure that she was sized up. I got a strong speculation theory, and I'm pretty sure either one of them is probably going to be accurate. Either way. So she's the only Negro over here, and there's some guys there too. So again, to me, she was obviously targeted and pushed where she fell. I don't even, and it's a possibility. You never know. Maybe her food was tainted. Her drink was tainted. Um, there's a strong possibility, but I can tell you for sure that it wouldn't be surprising that many of them heifers, I already know they stick together on code and with their punk ass husbands or boyfriends or what have you, assisted in getting this sister killed. Now, here's the thing. This is why you should never want to be a token. And be a unicorn and be by yourself living among the terrorist thug caves, especially them cave hoes. Because I keep telling um, many of the melanated women that you keep thinking the black man's the enemy. And y'all, it is so funny, or you think men are just trifling. I will tell you folks that there are women who set up other women to be harmed, to be great, and they participate and then to defend each other and protect their men as a good ass pick me. But for some reason in our community, we want to act. It's like you. It's like let me say this. Like, when it comes to wow, folk, We keep saying this. When it comes to white folks, you need to worry about more of that Caucasian female as well as that Caucasian male. I keep telling you that when these females protect these birth and raise these criminals, and the most protected is the Caucasian female. I keep saying this for some reason. Y'all keep thinking that women are just being victims. I told you that women will turn on each other. Women will do each other dirty, just like they do men dirty. But and it's so funny when women do each other dirty. It's like, I mean, where can you go? I mean, how can you rationalize it? But when men get done dirty, it's like, and I'm bringing balance and clarity so y'all can have a bit understanding. And there's no minimize. If I bring up a rebuttal of what men deal with and this and that, I'm trying to get people to understand and stop having a biased view. Okay, never. This is I am, and let me bring this up. I remember in New York, and I think it was 2016 or 2017 or maybe 2015, but I think it was 2016. I remember this young black girl who was like 12, 13 at the time, a beautiful sister. She had a cute chubby face. So she was at a sleepover. Remember, and I remember how one of the non-black women poured hot boiling water on her face, messing her face up and life. And I mean, even if her body is healed or face healed, it's not going to be what it was. When you get a burn wound like that, or hot water or burn, it's you're damaged. Okay, I remember the whole thing. Let me show you something. I remember, same thing. You got these melanated women, you know, and they like to, and you got moms who like to be besties, and it seems to me that from my understanding, that a lot of melanated women are so quick to trust non-black people. Y'all could talk about black men. We understand even if we're a token that we gotta watch out. Regardless that we can get caught up in some bullshit, which does happen. But to me, I think melanated women are very naive and lack self awareness. And it's just like when I saw that social media clip of when this black woman was walking by herself, and a beta simp male who's raised by a bitch, his mom was a bitch, he's a son of a bitch, tried to fall behind her to the house, and then he didn't know that her husband was there, and how he chased the punk thug away from the property and beat the crap out of him, and rightfully so. And I wonder, and I noticed, did the Protect Black Women campaign say anything? They try to, no, they don't know. They don't know. They probably said it just to save face, but no, they went into talking about how black men are just trash. No, it's the males you raise and the males you choose to hang with and deal with and date and have babies with. No, that's you. That's a you problem. So here's the thing, but it's so funny because I see stories of these, just like these males who get in trouble, get jumped and beat up. I don't understand, why do y'all let your children, or even as adults, why do y'all continue to be the token and hang around these non-black people who are anti-black, who are white supremacists? It don't matter, even if they're non-Caucasian, non-white. You can't trust them. Hell, you can't even trust other black folks, even if there's a mixture of black folks, because black folks, y'all worship the caves. You worship the pale caves. This young lady at the time she was the only black girl there, and maybe there was a few other black girls. I don't know if there's some black dudes there. So she got drugged by one of them caves, and trust me, there's women who drug each other and get them set up to get and do sex acts out on her, and these males come in and do the sex and do it. But of course, they cover for each other. Even the guy gets the blame. You got these females who aid and protect these rapists, these male rapists, and these female rapists are going off and doing whatever the fuck they want to do and participate in these acts or actually lead the charge, but we don't want to call that out. Or, females will manipulate, especially melanated people, especially, we already know how they do melanated, particularly black men. But y'all women need to be careful. You should not be hanging around them why folk, okay? The fact she has not got justice. She got, and again, why are y'all so trusting to let your black daughter or your black son? You kind of warn your black son a little bit. You kind of warn your black son about what's going to go on out there. But when it comes to your black daughter, it's like the only time you warn them about how these niggas ain't ish. But when it comes to these non-black people, and a lot of times, I got stories I can go on. You got these melanated women who will actually know that one of their own people or protect these Caucasian rapist females and these rapist males. Surprisingly, they will defend these rapist Caucasian males and give them cover. I have a personal story. But anyway, I'm about to, y'all got to stop being so damn naive. I'm really getting sick and tired. And I'm definitely going to discuss the swirling gone wrong stories that the divestors are not going to say nothing. Y'all going to find a way to blame them because I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Why are we trusting in 2021? Y'all keep thinking that they changed. Their nature don't change animals, okay? A species, a mammal. It don't change animals. It don't change humans. Y'all keep thinking of all this progression and stuff. And it doesn't matter if the town was conservative, because I can tell you if the town was liberal, white liberals, it'd be much worse. And them other non-black people, them non-white, non-black people, these other non-white folk, they treacherous too.